Yo 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 yo. What's up? What's going on? Good afternoon. How we doing? How we feeling on this fine victory Monday? Coming off a big win at the crib at the Benz against our rivals, the Aints. So what's happening, everybody? How we feeling, man? How we feeling? We are here for what we call the post game show, where we check in normally about 24 hours or around 24 hours after the game has ended. Give some final post game analysis, some thoughts. As we have came down off our high, or came down in some cases as Falcons fans off our low. Sometimes we have to come in after some tough losses, some embarrassing losses, but good news is this Monday we came off a good victory against the team we dislike the most in the NFL, New Orleans. So, we're gonna check in and talk about what we think 24 hours later, after we've had a chance to come down off the high, off our emotions. If you had a chance to go back and look at the game, what did you see on the second look? What have you heard on social media? And then we're also going to do our player grades. We traditionally don't stay here very, very long. So, with that said, we're going to get this show on the road. There was a lot of talk in the media and also amongst the fan base about our tight end that we drafted fourth overall, Kyle Pitts, not having any receptions in the game. Not one reception, not one catch. Um, and there was a lot of talk about that. There's a lot of talk about that. We talked about a lot of the fan base. Again, they talked about a lot of the media, and they eventually asked head coach Raheem Morris his thoughts on it. So I'm gonna give y'all my thoughts, and then I'd like you to give me your thoughts also in the comments, and then we'll talk about it. Um, Fourth overall pick in the draft, which was if you go back and look at that actual draft, which I think was the 2021 draft, 21, 22, 23, yeah, 2021 NFL draft. Man, there was some rich talent in that draft. There was some rich talent. Uh, Jamar Chase was in that draft. Kyle Parsons was in that draft. Sean Slater was in that draft. Panay Sewell was in that draft. A lot of rich talent was in that draft. So, and that's also was the first draft pick of the new regime. Consisted of former Atlanta Falcons head coach Arthur Smith, who's no longer with us. He's went to Pittsburgh and he's had a pretty good start there. As their current offensive coordinator, and also current general manager Terry Fontenot. That was their first pick of the draft. So needless to say, there was going to be a lot of expectations on Kyle Pitts. Rookie year, he played for maybe phenomenal as a stretch because he still only had one touchdown. But he played. He had for a rookie. I think he had great or very very good for being accurate depiction of how he played. Um, and that was with former Atlanta Falcons legend Matt Ryan as quarterback. I think he had 68 receptions, over 1,000 yards. So once again, only one touchdown. But for a rookie tight end, man, hey, you're gonna take that all day long for a rookie. And it looked like the sky was the limit for Kyle. He apparently at that point in time he looked like he was gonna be the next Travis Kelsey. And since then, we have seen nowhere near the production. So maybe year one Kyle was simply a fluke. Maybe year one Kyle was the result of having Matt Ryan as his quarterback. I watched Uncle Steve's post game show last night. Shout out to Uncle Steve. And I made that statement in his comment. Like, look, maybe we didn't give Matt Ryan enough credit. You know, when he had Matt Ryan, Kyle Pitts looked like a beast. He looked like he was going to live up to that nickname as the unicorn. But since Matt Ryan, since 2021, it has been an extreme lackluster career for Mr. Pitts in Atlanta. Very, very lackluster. Sometimes he's even an afterthought on the field. And we saw that yesterday. He had very few targets, very little impact. You watch a game like yesterday, and you say to yourself, "Well, man, we could have got this kind of production from a fifth round tight end, a sixth round tight end. Hell, we probably could have even got an undrafted free agent to give us the same type of production from Kyle Pitts." So the expectations are high. They're still very high for Mr. Pitts, and we really need more out of that fourth overall pick. And since Matt Ryan, you've had Mariota, you know, and as fans, we blame Pitts' lack of production on Marcus Mariota. Then you had Desmond Ritter coming to the picture, excuse me. We blame the lack of production on Desmond Ritter. Now you have Kirk Cousins into the picture, and guys, we're almost running out of excuses now. You know, what I mean? We're kind of running out of excuses right now. This one time, so maybe we can say Kirk Cousins is washed up. Is the reason that Mr. Pitts is really not a relevant part of this offense in 2024. You know, so if we're gonna stay on the excuse train, I guess we can continue to blame our quarterback, who is now Kirk Cousins. But I'm gonna say this, man. Again, this is my opinion on it. Y'all, please share your opinions in the comments on Kyle Pitts. Last year we had the hashtag free Kyle Pitts campaign going, and on this channel we stripped him of his nickname, also the Unicorn. We said his mama named him Kyle, so we're gonna call him Kyle. No more Unicorn. With that said, maybe this is premature, maybe it's not. I know they'll never admit it, they'll never say it, but it's definitely not premature for Terry Fontenot and his staff. They'll never say it, and they're not supposed to say it. They're supposed to keep us as fans focused on the present, game to game. You know, that's why a lot of times they say game by game scenario, and they're supposed to keep their players focused on the present also. But the role of a general manager, it's just as important for him to look at the team in the future as it is the present. That's why they're classified as executives. You know, it's just as important for them to look into the future as it is the present. So I can guarantee you, Terry Fontenot is watching this. His staff is watching this. They're wondering, they're pondering, they're asking themselves, they're looking at all type of analytics to try to figure out, do we give this guy a contract extension, or does he follow the same footsteps of a former high draft pick by this franchise, Mr. Vic Beasley? Same type of career path, if you really think about it. One somewhat superstar season, even though I think Beasley's one peak season was more impactful than Pitts's. But anyway, it's a similar career path. That one big peak season, and since then it's been was this the right pick? You know. But we also at the time, Dan Quinn, my guy Thomas Dimitroff, shout out to Dimitroff. They gave Beasley a fifth-year option, which many fans question. Hey, should we give Big Beasley 15 million for 1 year? Kyle Pitts, we picked up his fifth-year option. I don't think as many fans questioned that move because again, we were blaming Pitts' lack of production on the quarterback. Remember, blamed on the quarterback. But he got a fifth-year option also. My bad. Let me put this phone on silent. My bad, y'all. He got a fifth-year option also. Um, Now, did you give this guy an extension? My thoughts: if we don't get some immediate impact from Kyle Pitts, even if it's nothing else but him turning into a magnificent blocking tight end, it has to be some impact. I say you got to let him walk in free agency. I say you'd have to let him walk in free agency because you're still going to have some contracts come up on his roster. Soon you got to take care of Drake London pretty soon. Just took care of AJ Terrell. As the years go by, his cap hits will start to climb and climb and climb and climb. You're still gonna have that cap hit. Kirk Cousins, I think, goes to 40. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think the cap hit for Cousins right now is 25 million. I think that raises to 40 million next year. Got to figure out what you're gonna do with Tyler Algier. Is Algier gonna start playing so much good damn football that he's gonna force the Falcons? Hey man, you're gonna have to extend me. But unless we start to get some immediate impact, man, I say hey man, you're gonna have to let this guy walk. You're gonna have to. So that's where I'm at with it right now. If we don't start reaping some immediate rewards from Kyle Pitts, you gotta let him walk. Just like you let Vic Beasley walk, and a few years later he was out of the NFL. So I feel Pitts is on that same terrain. I got some data here from Football Forever. Shout out to Football Forever. Interesting data. It says Falcons tight end Kyle Pitts is averaging only 3.8 targets per game this season. Falcons, this is the fourth overall pick, a new regime. This is who we kick-started a rebuild with. I'll repeat. Falcons tight end Kyle Pitts is averaging only 3.8 targets per game. You break that math down even further, that's one target per quarter in 2024. We played 4 games. Y'all know as well as I do, these NFL seasons move very fast. We're already a quarter. We've already played a quarter of the season. It seemed like the season just started last weekend. We're already a quarter into the season. Week 1, Kyle Pitts had 3 targets, 3 receptions, 26 yards, 1 touchdown. He scored the first touchdown of the season for the Falcons. Let's ring the bell for that. With 3 targets. Week 2, 4 targets. Once again, 3 receptions, 20 yards. Fourth overall pick. Week 3, 5 targets, 2 receptions, 59 yards. About 50 of those came with 1 play. It was a very critical play. Got to add that part in. Very critical play. Week 4, yesterday, 3 targets, 0 receptions, not 1 catch, 0 yards. Also, it says Kyle Pitts' targets per game average has declined in each season. His rookie year, Pitts averaged 6.5 targets per game. In 2021, his rookie season, 6.5 targets per game. His sophomore year in 2022, 5.9 targets per game. 2023, he averaged 5.3 targets per game. Currently, this year, he's averaging 3.8 targets per game. Very interesting data. Very, very interesting data. Also, someone on Twitter, they posted every single snap that Kyle Pitts took yesterday. I'm gonna cross my fingers. I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna do my best not to play too much because one thing about these social media platforms, all of them, YouTube, Facebook. One thing about the NFL, they don't play with you sharing their intellectual property. They're very strict about that. So I'm gonna do my best not to play a lot of this. Crossing my fingers, I don't get a copyright strike. YouTube, this is for fair use. We're using this to learn from it. This is fair use. So I'm gonna share a little bit of this. The person that tweeted this out, they asked a question. Here are all they posed a question. They said, "Here are all Kyle Pitts' targets from the New Orleans game. Tell me what do you see?" I'm going to ask you guys the same question because I looked at this and I saw something from it. So I'm going to play it. You guys tell me what you see from Kyle Pitts in all these targets. So give me a moment. Let's share my screen. And let's look at every single target. Before we do that, let's DJ. Let's cut the music, man. Let's go ahead and cut the music if we can. Let's cut the music. All right, there we go. So let's share the screen here. And you guys tell me what you pick up from every pass and every target that Pitts got yesterday. Let's blow this up. There we go. Again, NFL. Do your boy solid, man. These are going to be some very short clips. The sound is off. You know, don't mess with your dog. Don't mess with your dog. Let's make sure we mute this also. I don't want any algorithm, any computer to pick it up and say I'm replaying NFL's intellectual property. But you guys tell me what you see. This is going to be the very first target here. Let's go. That's the first target. And again, guys, I got to stop this and talk through it, so it does not look like I'm just replaying an NFL game. So, if I'm real patchy with showing this, that's why, So, let's see if we can rewind this, and go back. Tell me what you guys see. First target. This is 2nd and 10, first quarter. So it looks like they tried to get him involved early. This is a designed pass play for Pitts, obviously. Incomplete pass. So let me go to the comment section. Like, what do you guys see from that right now? Let's see. Our brother Keely in the comments. Shout out to you, bro. What's going on? It says alligator arms. Keely also says when you forget to try to catch the ball and pull your arm in because you're afraid of getting hit. So afraid of contact. Rusty and Russ, what's going on? Rusty says no. Okay, I think you might be talking to somebody else. Chris in the building. How you doing today, Krista? What's going on? There were two on him, so she's sending double coverage. Russell says he's lazy. Maybe right. Keelan says alligator arm. Kingston agrees with Krista, says double coverage. What's going on, Dave? How you doing, bro? Cowardly lion. Mm, maybe he's scared of getting hit. Our brother Millie Mills in the building. What's happening, Millie? I see one ML for covering him, and he's scared to take a hit. The F he diving for. So that kind of coincides with David's comment, cowardly lion. Ruster says he's scared to get hit and runs lazy routes. Mm. A lot of you guys after just one play have the same common theme. Shout out to Uncle Steve also in the building. What's up, Steve? Y'all make sure to check out Steve also at Uncle Steve's Lounge here on YouTube. I'm assuming he's doing the Money Minutia today. He normally comes on right after me. I checked YouTube before I came on live. I didn't see a show scheduled, but I'm I'm assuming he's gonna come on. But Steve says, remember this was the year that Julio talked to Uncle Shannon Sharp on the phone. Calvin Ridley was more interested in FanDuel, and we really didn't have any more options to throw to. That's true. That's definitely true. Julio, as you said, he talked to Shannon Sharp and got himself out of Atlanta expeditiously in my Clifford Herbert's voice. Also, as Steve says, Calvin Ridley, the Black Pete Rose, more interested in FanDuel. You know, he stopped playing around, I think, week 4, week 5, week 6. So our Pitts was really became the main target, the main option, and almost kind of like the only viable weapon that we had at that point in time. So that's a great point. Let's see if anybody else says something here. Dave, what's going on, brother? Because I believe Kyle Shanahan can fix him, especially playing behind Killers. Possibly so. Possibly so. Kyle Shanahan definitely has the Super Bowl nightmares, but man, he's an offensive mastermind. No matter how we may feel about him at Atlanta, you can't take that away from him. William, what's up, brother? This is why they got Kyle Pitts running the slant routes. Center line 99. What's going on? What do you think about running a wildcat in short yardage situation? That's a good question. I wouldn't be against it. I feel like we got a lot of athletes in our running back room. Tyler, Bijan. You know, it could possibly work great for us. You know, you got a key on Tyler, you got a key on Bijan. You probably could put Mooney back there. You know, Mooney could be your wildcat guy. I think we got the athletes to make it work. I really do. Um, I probably would like to see it featured more or initially once we get back healthy on the offensive line. But I definitely wouldn't be against it at all, especially being that it seems like they don't want to run quarterback sneaks with Kirk Cousins. They says the pass was a suicide mission. So that's one of them Death Row Records passes, you know, suicide mission. Shout out to Death Row. Keely says, we know what comes with going over the middle. It's not pretty, but we know what comes with the job. Let's ring the bell for that very true. I agree. Daniel Berry highlights in the building. What's going on, Daniel? How you doing today? Appreciate you coming through. Let's see what else. Keely says it wasn't as bad as people make it. Kirk gave him time to grab it and get down, in my opinion. Let's look at it one more time then. Let's look at it one more time. NFL, give me a break. Give me a break. This is used for educational purposes, NFL. These are very short clips, maybe 45 seconds long. Give your dog a break. Mm. So continue telling me what y'all think. Let's dig back to the comments. And Tour and Wartime TV, what's happening? What's good, ABG? Let's go Falcons family. One down, 2 to go in the division. Yep. No, hey, another prime time game Thursday night. Russ has called me crazy, but what if his confidence is completely gone? That's possible, man. Looking at his body language, that's completely possible. Maybe he just needs one game where we get him about 150 to boost his morale. I could see that. They said I've been disappointed in Kirk Cousins' accuracy. He's going to get one of these receivers injured. I can agree with that also. I've questioned his accuracy. It was paramount the last drive, and while we were throwing deep passes when we should have been trying to get closer for the field goal kick, still puzzles me. but a lot of those balls are inaccurate. Kingston, what's going on? Says he tiptoed at the top of that route. Was it trying to create a passing lane? All right, so let's look at the second attempt. Let's keep going. This is the second attempt. Let me pause that. I don't want to catch the algorithm, so let's pause it and talk. Second attempt here. This is on the second quarter. 9:33 on the clock. Here we go. And Kyle Pitts is at the bottom of the screen where the circle is obviously at. Tell me what y'all see on this route. What did y'all see on that? Let me see if I can go back a little bit and play it again. Here we go. Second attempt. What do y'all see? Let me go in the comments. Tell me what y'all see. Millicent's teams are literally saying, Pitts, can you beat us? I agree. C Dub, what's going on, C Dub? Y'all make sure to check out C Dub here on YouTube also as well. There's Falcons content and also Russian content. If you're not already subscribed to his channel, make sure to show him some love and hit the subscribe button. C Dub says Pitts doesn't fit with his team. I thought that for a couple of years. I can't lie to you. So I do agree. Keeler said that's lazy. I always said Kyle Pitts runs some dusty routes. Dave's designs are tied. I would have tiptoed as well. That has medical facility ran all over the place. So I think Dave is saying, man, did you see that pass? He trying to get that man carried out here on the stretcher. We got a dog, Marlon Coles in the building. Atlanta Bird Gang chat fam. I'm sorry I'm late. Just getting out of work. Oh, you good, man? We started less than 30 minutes ago. Coach is calling in the building. What's happening, Coach? How you doing today? He says, unfortunately, I think it's twofold. One, he had Matt Ryan to make him look better, and two, haven't had a good enough offensive coordinator scheme him free on plays, to scheme him free or plays for him. We have had trash OCs since MR2 left. And you would think, as you're saying, Coach, after the rotational or the rotation, excuse me, of different coaching styles, different offensive coordinators, it seemed like somebody should be able to find a way to get him the football more, but unfortunately, that has not happened. So that could be some of the reason, or some of the reason could be Kyle Pitts too. And that's why we're looking at this. We're trying to figure out what in the world is going on here. Keeler says there isn't an NFL DB in the league that wouldn't have broken that. Wouldn't have broke on that. Dave says I saw Kurt look right him. Excuse me, y'all. I saw Kurt look right at him off the line. So he's saying Kirk Cousins is telegraphing his pass. Kingston says no physicality through the route. That's something a lot of people have questioned about Kyle Pitts. Physicality, the aggressiveness. Does he want to get hit? I've seen somebody in the comments here today say that. Miller says, I seen a 6'6 chicken, SHITML. Big clumsy. So Miller done gave up on me. He done gave up. Marlon says Kirk threw into double coverage. Pitts ain't with it. Dave says his stutter stepchild threw the defensive back. What was he getting ready to do? So are you saying that, hey, that's a bad route? Stutter step, I see it now. Keeler says Pitts won't be productive unless he's releasing in line or has a master OC that can make him a focal point. And Keeler, thus far, both of these passes that we have seen have been him lined up wide. And to me, he's obviously not very quick off the ball. Russell says, I keep going back to the word lazy every highlight, bro. Really just might be soft. Possibly, man. Running through those DBs and safeties and linebackers in college and the COVID year, a lot different than trying to run through these NFL players when everything is, for the most part, back to normal. Our dog James in the building. What's going on, James? What's happening? David said I could understand some questioning his toughness. Me too. Let's go back to this. I think we got one. We may have two more. How many attempts did he have? How many targets? Oh well. Let's keep going. This is his third target here. Again, he's lined up bottom of the screen. What do y'all see here? They send him in motion, crossing route, and incomplete. Let's go back to it. Look like Kyle is asking for a flag when he's been up also. This is another design play for Kyle. Split him out wide, set him in motion, try to get a mismatch. You know, trying to catch a linebacker really. Motion him out, send him right through the middle, crossing route. Looks like the safety picked him up, incomplete. But that's what we're seeing from Kyle. Those are all the targets he had yesterday. No receptions at all. And I tend to agree with Keely just mentioned, man. Like you're gonna have to put him on the line a lot more. Line him up in line, put him on the line, and try to take advantage of mismatches. Try to keep him off cornerbacks, keep him off safety. Try to get him matched up with some linebackers. Yes, third and final target. Thank you. Cole says, miss me with the double coverage talk. Great receivers go get the ball. Drake always getting his helmet popped off. He took a hit in the middle of the field and called it. That's no excuse. I can agree with that too. The great ones are always double teamed. From Julio to Megatron, Larry Fitzgerald. I mean, the list goes on and on. And Roddy White in his peak, he used to have to beat double teams. So you're right. You're great. They're gonna double team you in football and basketball. Goes without saying. Keyless is a thing overall. You can't be a unicorn and a laser route runner. Let's ring the bell for that because I absolutely agree. Definitely agree with him on that. Cole says don't have to make him your focus, but definitely have to scheme plays for him. In my opinion, he not. He not. I'm going to go. He's not a. I'm going to get a type of receiver. And they're going back to people questioning his aggressiveness, his physicality. But you're right. He don't seem to be the type that I am. Man, I'm just going to go get this ball. And you have that's another question in itself. Then you know, I keep going back to where he was drafted, but you drafted number 4, man. Hey, man, you gotta be that type of player. Miller says another player, him being a bit goofy. Will he ever take the ball? Drake does it, and he. Wow. But you got a valid point, man. You gotta have ball skills as a receiver too. A lot of time in football, we talk about ball skills and we associate that with defensive backs in some cases, but be a top tier, good, very good wide receiver, you need ball skills too. Not asking him to be Randy Moss or Megatron, but come on, bro. Tay six in the middle. What's happening with Tay? What's going on, bro? That ball should have been thrown, but just put the dude on the line, stop forcing him to line up at the wide receiver position. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. You're probably gonna get the most and the best production from Kyle. You got to put him on the line. Try to create mismatches. Versus I would respect the front office more if they just came out and say, "Listen, we missed on him and trade him for something. How long can we march out a guy on the field with the body language that he has?" And this is the thing where they can't say that and they won't say that. Even if it's obvious to them, Terry Fontenot, like, look, we missed. They're not gonna come out and say we missed because it makes them look some type of way, and subconsciously you don't want your fan base to lose their confidence in your front office and your general manager. So they're never gonna come out and say that right now. Later on down the line, maybe after they trade them or they go their separate ways, and maybe so. But as long as Terry is a general manager, I don't ever foresee him saying anything like that. He's gonna give the ultimate political answer. When questioned about it. David said route lazy. That's the routes. That's the routes. Kingston says his game speed is like he walked through learning to play. Yeah, I agree with that. Like he going 3-4 speed. Like like Kyle comes out the block slow. You know, you can see he don't have that quickness to him. And, you know, especially when you splitting him out wide, he comes out the blocks real slow. And obviously, he's not a great route runner. At best, he's a mediocre route runner, average route runner. He listen. That's what I like about Drake. He going for the ball no matter what. He's slow, but as a QB, I'd have confidence in giving him 50-50 balls. Yeah, Drake has shown that he'll go up and get a ball. He has shown that. When he lacks some speed, he makes up with other intangibles. Gentlemen, eye test checking in. Make sure to check out the eye test on YouTube if you're not already subscribed. Make sure that you do subscribe to the channel. They're typically on Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. What's going on, John? Johnson, Fonto did not draft Pitts. That was on Art Smith. That was an Art Smith pick, so say it. Don't be ashamed. Talk about it. I really don't know, to be honest. I really don't know, to be totally honest. You know, the front office always talk about they work in collaboration, this collaboration, that. Just be honest, I really don't know. I truly have no idea. I know people have came out and said this, people have came out and said that, but I really truly have no idea. I don't know who was the driving force behind Pitts. I'm really not sure. But speaking of Kyle Pitts, we're gonna stay on the Kyle Pitts train. Again, hopefully YouTube don't ban me for that. Let's go to the press conference immediately following the game. Head coach Raheem Morris has some very interesting comments when questioned about Kyle Pitts. The local Atlanta media they got to the business very early in this press conference. Not even 4 minutes into the press conference, they're already asking, "Hey, coach, coach, you inherited a unicorn, a Lamborghini, and he had no catches. What's going on, coach? Talk to us. What did y'all see out there?" So let's go and see what Raheem said. Your browser lost connection to the screen share audio. Try testing your screen. Hold on. Try sharing the screen again. Restart your browser. Dang. I'm getting an error message saying that I've lost connection to the screen share audio. That sucks. But we won't even be able to hear it. Hold on, y'all. Let me try to pull this up on another tab. My bad. StreamYard been tripping for me lately, man. I'm like, yeah, alternative sharing device. Give me a second. Y'all. I'm trying to pull it up on a different browser, man. And I used to play it if I couldn't get the audio. That sucks. Give me just a second, y'all. If it don't work, then we're gonna go ahead and jump into the play beats. But I really want to play this because he has some very interesting words to say. Atlanta Falcons. Get to the press conference. I should have tried to play it anyway and see if we can hear it. Hold on, I'm gonna try to play it anyway. Y'all tell me if y'all can hear it, please. Let me know if y'all can hear it. I'm about to play it anyway, and somebody in the comments let me know if you can hear this audio. Do y'all hear the audio on y'all side? I hear it in my headphones, but do y'all hear it? Does anybody hear the audio from the reporter? Give me a yes or no, please. If you heard the audio, no, you don't hear it. Okay, thank you, Dave. Let's try to pull it up on another browser. Man, what in the world? What would be my look at that go out? Just a second, y'all. I'm gonna try to pull up something else on a different browser. If it don't work on another browser, then obviously we just gotta jump into the player grades. That sucks. I don't know what the problem is. All right, so I'm playing it on a different tab. So y'all please let me know if you do or you don't hear it. Please. Give me a second. Let me go to where it starts. Let me know if you do or don't hear it. Reply in the comments for me, please. Can y'all hear the audio now? Let me know yeah or nay if you heard the audio the second time around, please. Still don't hear it. That sucks, man. Like, what? Come on. All right. Well, that got that part of the broadcast, but pretty much what he was saying is when asked about it, he pretty much said very firmly, very courtly, that stats are for losers. Stats are for losers. Is my sound gone too? Can y'all hear me? Mic check. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I hear everybody saying no sound. Dang, is my sound gone? Y'all can hear me, but not the screen sharing it, right? Okay, thank you, Keely. I was like, damn, the NFL they came and got me. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and go to the player grades, man. Let's go to the player grades. Appreciate that. Let me close these tabs out, man. Maybe I got too many tabs overrunning my system. Let's close these tabs out. Let's go ahead and get to the player grades. We'll go ahead and wrap this up here. Um, we always start with defense. For anybody that's not familiar, how we do the player grades. I'm going to name a player. We do the greatest scale on a scale of 0, being the absolute worst. You trash, you garbage, get off this team, to 10. 10 being perfect. Perfect game. You were perfect. Continue to play like that. You will be a first ballot Hall of Fame unanimous pick. So let's get this show on the road. We always start with defense, so no need to change it now. Let's start off with somebody we haven't graded yet this year. Let's go with Big Zach Harrison in the building. Zach Harrison had a total of 5 tackles, 1 solo tackle. He assisted on 4 tackles, and that's pretty much it. No tackles for loss, nothing of that nature, no forced fumbles. So, if you would be so kind on a scale of 0 to 10, give me a grade for Zach Harrison. 5 tackles, 5 total tackles, 1 solo tackle. He assisted on 4 tackles. What grade would you give for Zach Harrison? Dave says Zach Harrison looks fat now. They should have never voted him up. I can't talk, man. I can't talk. Millie Mills says C plus. He helped out. Jonathan Ites says a 5. C Dub says a 6. And we are grading Zach Harrison. Coach says a 6, mediocre. Keely says Rumble, young man, Rumble a 6. Mac in the Hizal says a 7. And we are grading Zach Harrison. Please drop your grades in the comments for Zach Harrison. Let me know what you thought about his grades. Also, something else, y'all. Do y'all want to know the PFF score of every player? Also, y'all want to know the PFF score of every player while we do the grades as well? So, if so, let me know. If you don't care about PFF, let me know that too, and we won't do it. If y'all want to know the PFF score of every player, let me know. David starts as 5. Didn't notice him. I ain't gonna lie, David. I didn't notice him. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know he had 5 tackles. But we are grading Zach Harrison. So judging by the grades, it was like he did, fairly. He did okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. I think everybody gave him a respectable grade. A respectable grade. Um, so we're agreeing to Zach Harrison. Let's move to the next person. Here, who we got? Let's see who we're going to do next. Clay Murray in the building. What's up, Clay? Says Harrison 6, just enough. Yeah, that's kind of what seems to be the consensus of everybody. Also, just enough. Keely says, "Can you do the PFF score after we give the grades?" Yeah, absolutely, no problem. And I think everybody has probably graded for Zach, so let's do his PFF grade. Where he at? Second here. Oh, they got this ring small right now. I'm gonna get my glasses. Zach Harrison. Zach Harrison, y'all graded out with PFF a 89.1. 89.1. Run defense, they gave him a 70.8. Tackling a 72.1. And coverage a 67 even. They got some other scores here, but it'll take all day if I read all the stuff out. So I just keep it simple. He graded out at a 89.1 for PFF. So according to PFF, he played extraordinary, according to PFF. John says, hey man, PFF opinion is as subjective as mine, so let's hear what PFF has to say. All right, so we'll do the PFF grades. All right, so let's go to our next person here. We're gonna do, let's go Caden Ellis. Let's do Caden Ellis. Yesterday, Caden had a total of 6 tackles, 5 solo tackles. He assisted on 1 tackle. He had 1 quarterback hit. Again, we're grading our linebacker, Caden Ellis. We're using a grading scale of 0 to 10. So please drop your grades in the comments for Caden Ellis. Just to repeat, he had a total of 6 tackles. 5 of those were solo tackles, 1 assist, 1 quarterback hit. So if you'll do me a favor, drop your grade in the comments for our linebacker, Caden Ellis, please. C-Dub said, I feel about PFF like I feel about Aints and Collinsworth, also known as I hate them all. Keely says, solid role play. Archangel in the building. What's up, brother? How you doing today, man? So 7, he gives him a 7. It's a good grade. David gives him a 4. Ooh, that's pretty low. Too many times I saw him getting piggyback rides. And that's not good for your starting linebacker at all. Rather to you also, my brother. Miller Mills says a 6. Keely says Caden got trucked by Kamara. Man, I was so disappointed in that play, bro, because you met Kamara in the middle. You know, for an NFL player, Alvin Kamara is not a big guy. It's not like that's Tyler Algier. And you pretty much got trucked. He trucked you for a touchdown. I was so disappointed in that. Like, Caden, you got to get in the gym, dog. I mean, I know Kamara is very good and all, but that was just a mano y mano. Who's going to be the best man on this play? And Alvin was the best man. I hate to admit it. I hated that, man. Kingston gives him a 6. C. Doug gives him a 5. John gives him a 5. Clayton Murray gives him a 6.5, just enough. Coach gives him a 5 with a blah. Antoine Wartown TV gives him a 6. So y'all kind of seen some bad grades in there. All right, so let's see what PFF gave him for his grade yesterday. PFF agree with y'all. They gave him a 49.1, which is horrendous for a starting linebacker. That's absolutely terrible. 49.1. Trash. As far as the grade goes. He got to get back. All right, let's go to our next player here, y'all. Let's go with let's go with a guy who showed up as far as making some key tackles. I think, yesterday, but y'all be the ultimate judge. Let's go at old Mike Hughes. Mr. Mike Hughes had a total of 7 tackles, 7 solo tackles. He didn't have any passes deflected or tackles for loss or anything. But again, Mike Hughes yesterday, y'all let me know what y'all think. Scale of 0 to 10. Drop your grade in the comment. 7 tackles, and they all were solo tackles. So, what grade would y'all give for Mike Hughes for yesterday? John from the Artist says, "Why are your commercials interrupting your show?" YouTube shoot though they shoot them out, man. They shoot them out sporadically. Like on my side, I can't control when they go out. YouTube just put them out. They'll just shoot them out sporadically through the show. Um, so my bad on that, man. Art says, I was at the game, so I may have not seen it as good as some of you at the crib watching the replay and up close and personal. Says I was in the 300s. I was in the building, man. That's all that matters. John says, can we grade the fight in section 321? Hey, man, they were scrapping from what I seen on the internet. They were scrapping. Antoine Wartime TV says 8.5 for Mike Hughes. Keela says 7.5. Art says Mike Hughes looked good to me, a 7. Miller Mills says a 7. Then he put that hit on Camaro. He put a few hits on a lot of people yesterday, man. He was all over the place making tackles. Open field at that. Kingston Ellington says an 8. Coach says a 6.5 for Mike Hughes. John says a 5. Davis says solid 7. Would have been higher if some important passes didn't get completed on him. That's fair. That's very, very fair. Clay Murray says 7.5. Tackle boost with coverage deduction. Now, that's fair also. Very fair. Coach, wow. Williams says the offensive coordinator need to be on the same page. C Dub says an 8. So good. Hey, so good grades for Mike Hughes, y'all. Good grades. Let's see what old PFF think. Let's see. PFF could think something totally different than what we think sometimes. PFF gave him a 80.1. That's a great PFF grade, y'all. Especially for a cornerback, at 80.1. Good job for him. And, according to y'all also, he played real good. So keep that up, man. We get you a contract extension. You keep playing like that. So let's go to our next player here. We're going to wrap up the defense here pretty soon. I won't do just a base. We're great. Let's go to my favorite Falcon. Go to my favorite Falcon. I got 3 of his jerseys in my closet. About to buy another one. About to buy my 4th jersey. Let's go to Mr. Troy Anderson. My favorite Falcon. Sarcasm. But no, for real. Let's grade Troy Anderson, who led the team in tackles, by the way, yesterday. Troy Anderson had a total of 17 tackles. I am very critical of Troy Anderson most times, but we got to ring the bell for that 17 tackles. Got to ring the bell for that. Got to be objective. He had 10 solo tackles. That also led the team. He assisted on 7 tackles. 1 tackle for loss. 1 interception. He returned it for 47 yards for 1 touchdown. 1 pass defended. Only thing he missed was a sack and a quarterback hit, and he would have hit for the yard. But let me give you them numbers again, because that was a lot. Troy Anderson, 17 tackles, 10 solo tackles. He assisted on 7 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 1 pass defended, 1 interception, returned the interception for 47 yards, 1 TD, 1 pass defended. I shouldn't have to ask on this one, but please, if you don't mind, drop your grades in the comment section for Troy Anderson, please. Kingston Ellington says Troy stepped up yesterday. He gave him a 9. Art says Troy played well this game. After I was bad mouthing him, I was definitely bad mouthing him too. I can't front. Bad mouth him during the game, and he heard me like an 8.5. Yeah, he started off slow again, and maybe somebody told him, "Hey man, these folks going at you again on social media." he stepped up. Keela says, Troy's still not impressed at 6. I'm in that boat still. I'm in that boat. He got to do it consistently for me. Consistent for me. If he do it consistently, I get off his back, get on board. But he was much, much better yesterday. Gotta give him that credit. Coach says 9.5. He will get there, give him a shot in his second year on the field. Davis says an 8. Play improved as the game went along. Did pull away on that pick 6 from the wide receiver. Yeah, that's one thing about it. Raw talent, well, maybe raw intangibles is a better term to use, but what he ran, a 4.4, something like that, maybe 4.3. So he got the speed. Let me see. Give me a second. Marcy in the building says the offense has to come with it. I do agree. Miller says, to be honest, Troy gets about a 9 this game from me. It was being a linebacker this week, and the pick 6 was the cherry on top. Let's ring the bell for that. C Dub says a 9. He had 9. He had tackles and interception and a pass deflection. And honestly, we need to look at him for a new Taysom Hill. Possibly. Maybe he can be our sharp judge guy. Antoine Wartime TV says he gives a 100, a hundo, a great game. Jamarson says he gives him an 8. Clayton Murray gives Troy get a solid 9. Only deduction coverage outside of the interception. Right place, right time. That's very, very true. Very, very true. Shout out to Matthew Judon, who really was the catalyst for the interception with the tip pass after getting pressure on the quarterback. And like you say, Troy, right place, right time. We're going to take them 6 punts all day long. William Amos says Anderson needs to play this week, handle business at home. Keelan says I was more impressed by Judon than Troy on the pick 6. Yeah, and I just mentioned that also. Judon did cause that. So let's see what PFF gave Mr. Anderson here. They gave him a 82.6 grade, which is a very, very good grade for a linebacker. So PFF, just like most of you guys, thought he played well, and they rewarded him with an 82.6. So for Troy Anderson, I think it's safe to say that was the best game so far of his Falcons career. Continue playing like that. Hey, brother, I get off your back, man. Don't regress back into the guy seen before, the second quarter started yesterday. But let's go ahead and go to the offense, y'all. We're going to wrap this thing up. Appreciate y'all being patient with me today. Let's get to the offense here. Let's see. Who we gonna do on offense? Let's start with the Champagne Poppy, Drake London. He was targeted 12 times yesterday. Ooh, that might be the most targets since Julio, but that's a lot of targets. But he was targeted 12 times yesterday, 6 receptions. I'm gonna be honest. If you target a guy, and I'm not saying this is a great fault, but ideally, if you target a guy 12 times, most times you want more than 6 receptions because that's only a 50% hit rate. But needless to say, targeted 12 times. He had 6 receptions, 64 yards. Longest catch of the day was for 16 yards. So do me a great big favor and drop your grade in a comment for Drake London. I'll repeat his stat line: 12 targets, 6 receptions, 64 receiving yards. Longest reception of the day was 16 yards. No touchdown for him this week, unfortunately. But let me know in the comment section what grade would you give for Drake London this week, please. Coach says the entire line gets a one-day out train. Defensive line, yeah, they need to come together, man. They really need to come together. William agrees with you. The front 7 been disappointed. AK and Lorenzo Carter. Yeah, we got to figure something out with the defensive line. Too much talent on that line to struggle like we struggle. Kingston Ellington says a 5. Miller says Drake gets an 8 for me. Dude at least plays with heart out there. He does. He really do, man. I give Drake credit for that. He did drop one pass. I think he should have held on to, but I'm not gonna hold that against him. Ark says a 6.4. Antoine Wartime TV says great content. Let's go Falcons. Hit the like button. Yes, thank you very much, Antoine Wartime TV. And please hit the like button for my definitely thank you in advance for doing that. Keena says Drake. Gives him a 7. Solid grade. Solid grade. Antoine says a 6. C Dub has a 6. Coach got him at a 7. Says Drake, if no one else gonna give it all every week, every down. Yep. But what Drake may lack in quickness and just sheer speed, he makes up elsewhere. John gives him an 8, affected by the offensive coordinator. Dave gives him an 8, caught contested balls, or Kirk doesn't miss from throwing over the wrong shoulder, probably had 100 yards. Yeah, good point. Clayton Murray gives him a 5. My dog 3 Dirty in the building. Yo, 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 yo. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? Big reminder for us today. Ark says Drake always plays his heart out. I do agree. Definitely, but overall game 6.4. So let's see what PFF thinks for Drake. They gave him a 71.8. Hey, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. He had one touchdown. I'm sure that would raise it a lot, but they gave him a 71.8. Pretty good grade, and that really coincided with what you guys gave him also. So we are on the same pages as the experts at PFF. All right, so let's go to our next player here on offense. Who else can we do? Let's go ahead and talk about our running backs. Let's go into Mr. Bijan Robinson. He only had 7 attempts yesterday, 7 rushing attempts, 28 yards. Longest rush of the night, or yesterday was 9 yards. Now, catching the ball, he did have 4 targets, 4 receptions, so he caught everything thrown to him. 46 receiving yards. Longest catch of the day was 26 yards. And unfortunately, they called a real tic-tac call when they took away his touchdown, called a holding on Jake Matthews. But I'll give you those numbers again. Because Bijan, you have to look at the whole pitch. You got to look at him as catching the ball and also running the ball. But to repeat, 7 rushing attempts, 28 rushing yards. Longest rush of the day was 9 yards. 4 receiving targets, 4 receptions, 46 yards. So do your dog a favor and drop your grades in there for Bijan Robinson for me. Tomorrow says, give me the kid from Bama. He even knows the dirty. I seen him doing that. I'm like, bro, that's the wrong Georgia team. Bulldogs are killing me about that. He must be. Is he from Atlanta? I'm wondering, like, what made you do the dirty bird? Art says he give him a 7. Miller Mills gives him a 5. David gives him a 6. Coach gives him a 3. Our offense runs so much smoother when he's not on the field. Kingsley gives him a 5.5. Keely gives him a 5.5. Also, matching grades. What makes it bad is we look better with Tyler Algier. We certainly did yesterday. You can say that about the previous game also with Kansas City as well. It's going to be interesting to see how they split up these carries on Thursday night, man, because Tyler Algier these last 2 games, man, he's earned more playing time, So we're going to see what old Zach Robinson do. Clay Mercer, Bijan gets an 8, only because we still forced him to highlight, but overall, so no change from last week. I can dig it. C Dub says a 6. Antoine Wartime TV says a 6.5. John says Brandon a 5, receiving a 6, overall a 5. Tamar said he's from Bama. Okay, they're Falcon fans in Bama. Okay, gotcha. Man, that kid, good. He's like 17 years old. Man, that one move he put on those, oh boy, hurt my heart. Let me see here. All right, since I've been preaching Algier game after game. Okay, so let's see what PFF says, y'all. For Bijan. They gave him a 75.5. 75.5, so that's good. Pretty good, 75.5. Especially being that he didn't have any touchdowns. Maybe he was great again at pass blocking for a running back, but they gave him a 75.5. Even though he didn't do much running the ball, maybe they seen something I didn't see. All right, so let's go to Tyler Algier, fifth round draft pick, Mr. Algier. I think he came out of BYU, if memory serves me correctly. But here we go. Tyler Algier yesterday had 8 rushing attempts, 60 yards. Longest rush of the day was for 15 yards. He was targeted 2 times yesterday in the passing game. He had 2 receptions for 20 yards. Longest reception of the day was for 13 yards from Mr. Algier. So he had a combined total of about 80 total yards, 80 all-purpose yards. Let's repeat that. 8 rushing attempts, 60 rushing yards, which of course led the team. We got to get our rushing yards up. Longest rush of the game for Algier was 15 yards. Targeted 2 times, 2 receptions for 20 yards. Longest reception of the day was for 13 yards. Y'all do your dog a big favor and drop your grade in the comment section for me from Mr. Tyler Algier, please. And thank you in advance. Let's see here. Art says a 8. Steve in the building. What's going on, Steve? How you doing today? This is Tyler Algier for running back 1. So give him the starting job back. Kingston says a 10. Coach says the 8 needs to be the only running back we have. No, don't do B. John like that. John says the B. John needs a fullback. If Henry has one, it can bust off a 75-yard TD run, then B. John can get one. I think that run yesterday for Henry was almost 90 yards. I think it was about 87 yards, but you might be right. I thought it was longer than that. Keelan says an 8.5. Davis says 9. Tough yards all day. Some bad hit bombs should be very sore from trying. Let's ring the bell for that because I absolutely do agree. Antoine one-time TV says 8.5. Davis says bumper grade. Laughing out loud. I need him to run the ball, period. I'm tired of B. John trying to be on the highlight reel. Oh, y'all banging on B. John Robinson a little today. John says an 8.8. C. Dub says an 8. All right, says I won't go as far as making B. John running back 2, but Azure needs at least needs to be much more involved and not have her involved. Yeah, we got to do a better job of splitting up that production as far as running the ball. We also got to do, see, this is a thing too. We got to do a better job at time of possession. These last 2 games, man, we've lost the time of possession battle by at least 10 minutes the last 2 games, which is limiting our offense, being on the field. Also giving their offense more opportunities to score. So got to get the running game going, man. Kirk Cousins got to move the change too. I'm not gonna blame it all on blocking or the running backs. A lot of that got to do with the quarterback play. Millie Mills was 8. He started to put fear in the Saints. They were making business decisions at one point. Let's ring the bell for that because I seen that myself. Looking like a young Michael Turner out there in his prime years in the A. Says put some respect on Azure name. Keelan says, promise if Tyler Algier walks on the field for the first play, the crowd going up. I agree. I definitely agree. All right, let's see what PFF gave him. Yeah, they agree with y'all. They gave him a 86.4 yesterday. That's a damn good grade. 86.4. Damn good grade. So that's a great game for Tyler. Let's go ahead and finish this thing off with Mr. Cousins, the $100 million guaranteed man, the starting quarterback for the Falcons, Kirk Cousins. Throwing the ball yesterday, Kirk Cousins was 21 for 35, 238 passing yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception, sacked only 1 time. Longest pass of the day was for 36 yards. He did have 1 fumble, did not lose the fumble, and he was rated a 68.5 for his quarterback rating. So let's repeat that. Kirk Cousins was 21 for 35, 238 passing yards, 1 interception, sacked 1 time, loss of 11 yards. Longest pass of the day was for 36 yards. His rating yesterday was 68.5. So, do your dog a huge favor. Please drop those grades for me for your starting quarterback of your Atlanta Falcons, Kirk Cousins. Even says clock management has to be better. I do agree. I don't know why they didn't let the Saints score earlier. That could have been an ugly had we not gotten the pass interference back. Yeah. Shout out to the refs for finally looking out for us one. Dang, about time we get a call. I guess the NFL felt they owed us one. You know, guess they feel like they owed us one. I'm about to say taggable. They let y'all know how old I am. But I guess Godell made that call. Hey, man, y'all know we got a lot of heat from this Chiefs game. So we owe Atlanta one. You know, crunch time situation. If it's a bang bang call, we owe them one. You know, so look out for them. We appreciate it. Should have got us that Kansas City call, but we've moved past that. Davis says a 12 points not good enough. I certainly agree. Chamarsa says too many turnovers. King says Kirk Cousins gets a 4. Ooh. Art gives him a 6.5. I need to see more. I agree. I definitely agree. Antoine Wartime says we have to stop hating on Bijan Robinson. He's going to be the best thing that ever came through the Atlanta Falcons. Let's ring the bell for that. I hope you're right. I hope one day he's the MVP of the Super Bowl. Shout out to Bijan. I need to buy me some Bijan mustard. I wanted that mustard in good. I like mustard on something. Coach says a 7. Doing everything he can while being cut off at the knees by the offensive coordinator. And a lot of drop balls yesterday. I know Drake did drop one that I thought he should catch. I didn't mention that a little bit earlier. Keela says, how many games before Kurt gets right? 5.5 score. Hey, man, I'm winning the same thing, man. Brother. Bro, I'm winning the same thing. Like, boy, like, how long we got to wait, Kurt? Kurt, how long must we wait? How long we got to wait? Millions of the 6. I just don't know about Kurt. Is he him or not? Your comment is very similar to Keely's comment. Like, hey, how long we got to wait and be patient, bro? Game 5 in a few days. Johnson's cousin did turn his head, but still holding the ball too long. A 6. Respectable grade. Prelit Faulkner, what's shout out to you, man? Appreciate you coming in. Says a C. Gives him a C grade. Jamarson said, yep, he's holding the ball too long. So he agrees with Johnson. Hey, man, holding the ball too long. Get that thing out. Treat it like a hot potato. Right there. Antoine One-Time TV says 7. If it weren't for those penalties, he would have a great game. This is my quarterback, repping this quarterback. I can respect that. Jonathan Ites says good pass. Excuse me, good deep pass to Mooney. Man, Mooney been kind of like a dog on the low, man. Mooney and Ray Ray. Ray a little bitty guy for an NFL player, but goddamn Ray kind of tough. I'm noticing, boy. Ray tough. Ray run with some aggression, man. I like Mooney and Ray so far, man. They didn't came and brought like a little attitude to the team on offense. I like what I see from them cats. My bad, John. Good deep pass to Mooney, but internal clock has molasses inside. Gives him a 6. Miss French is in the building. What's going on, Miss French? How you doing this evening? Hope everything going lovely for you. Says a 6. He's throwing interceptions. Yeah, he got 4 of them so far this season. I think he has 4 interceptions, 4 touchdowns. Not a good ratio. Got to improve that ratio. Keelis says, one day Tyler Algier better now though. I can see that. That's starting to become a bigger conversation also in the fan base too, especially after yesterday, man. Especially after yesterday. I think Tyler Algier is averaging like 6.1 yards per carry without me looking. Somebody fact check me if you don't mind, but I think he's averaging 6.1 yards per carry. Man, it's damn good. C Dubs is 5 so far, wasting money. Banging on Kirk Cousins. Waste the arc of blank. Good moolah. Coach says wide receiver have to get open for him to throw the ball. That's true. Marshall says hopefully he gets that tunnel vision at the right time, like he had at the end of Game against Philadelphia. Yeah, he was locked in that game. That's what I want to see more, man. Like, where that Kirk Cousins at, man? Stop worrying about the crowd swag surfing, man. That's Atlanta. We gonna get there. And, we gonna do our 1-2 thing. In the audience, if y'all win or y'all lose, we gonna have a little party while we're there. We ain't finna waste no trip. We're gonna do all our party whether you win or lose. Stop worrying about what we do in the audience, man, and let's play better, bro. He says I like Mooney Rex. Yeah, man, I like them cats, man. The attitude they brought with. Keelan said Ray got that black force energy. Let's ring the bell for that because that's definitely what he had. Some black Air Force One's energy. The Marshall Moon is nice. He is, man, definitely. T Terry in the house. What's going on, T Terry? Jane Daniel and MP3. You got that guy on there. Who's MP3? Was the best quarterback in the draft. Look what Jaden is doing. Oh, Michael Pennis. Okay, my bad. Yeah, Jane Daniels is balling, man. A lot of us wanted Jane Daniels. I know me and Keely were big proponents of training up for Jane Daniels, man. That's much respect to my quarterback of the future, Penix. But Jaden, who I wanted out this draft, bro. I was campaigning hard, man. Appreciate it, Keely. Says B. John is averaging 4.1. Algier is averaging 6.1. Man, 2 yards of carry. That's a large margin, man. When you're talking about yards per carry running the ball. I know 2 yards don't seem like much, but when you're talking about averages, whoo, that's a big margin there. Even says the fact that Tyler also plays hurt and keeps trucking and still gaining yards. Hey, baby, Michael Turner. Michael Turner reincarnated. Kingston says, Tyler, what's your opinion on Raheem's statement about stats are for losers? You never gave us your take on that. You're right. We had sound issues, right? And that kind of just threw me off. But deep down inside, I don't think he believes that. Deep down inside, but I understand him being a head coach. Like he got to go to bat for his player. He got to go. And that player, of course, being Kyle Pitts in that specific situation, he got to have his players back. Just like a coach always want his players to have their back, especially in the media. So I think at that point in time, he was saying a politically correct thing at that point in time. Hey, man, we just won the game. We won the game. So our stats are for losers. We won the game, stats for losers. And Kyle Pitts, that's my guy. He going to be fine. So I really just think he was really more or less going to bat for Kyle Pitts, which I understand and which I totally respect also. Strap says we're about to destroy the Bucks on Thursday. Hold on, let me give you let's do the PFF grade for who we left off on. Who was it? Kirk Cousins. Oh yeah, PFF gave Kirk Cousins a 70 grade yesterday. So a 70 grade from PFF. That's not terrible, but for a quarterback, you want that PFF grade a good bit higher than a 70 for a quarterback. I'm just gonna keep it real. That's acceptable for a cornerback, but for your quarterback, that grade need to be higher. Coach says he was able to be him 2-minute drill as quarterback played the OC, not really involved. Good. That's a great point. Great point. He had more control of what was going on out there at that point in time. That's an excellent point. Chamarson says Ryan Williams, Mooney, Ray, and London. Let's ring the bell for that. Hey, you talking about language now, bro. Even though that kid hurt my heart Saturday, hey boy, that dude gonna be a stud, dog. That dude gonna be a straight stud. But Alabama be putting some talent in the league at receiver, bro. Alabama and LSU, dog, they put some talent in the league at receiver, man. C Dubs says OC Zach Robinson grade. Y'all gonna drag. Y'all would drag Zach Robinson if we graded him, man. I know y'all gonna drag. I'm trying to protect my OC. I'm trying to pull a Raheem Morris, man. I'm trying to go to bat for my OC. Oh man, Millie Milson, the one of this office is really supposed to be ran with a statue quarterback like Kirk Cousins. That's a good question. I think a good bit of what they wanted Kirk for was for his accuracy based on what they said in his pre-snap decisions that he made. And really honestly, just so far, I don't think he's been he has not been what we thought he would have been when we got him in free agency. I'm hoping he get better. You know, the season is still kind of relatively young, so I'm hoping for the best. You know, C. Dell said that more gets a D minus. Keelan says I definitely go find me a fullback. I hear a lot of people say that. Lowski, what's going on, Lowski? I keep saying Ray Buchanan because of his number. Shout out to Ray Boot. He was just the office coordinator 5. I don't like Zach. And Torrance says, I hope we can give Tyler extension of their good combination in the back, Lightning and Thunder. That's gonna be interesting, man. I love me some Tyler Algier, but obviously Bijan is the guy. And one thing about NFL teams nowadays, they don't even like to pay one running back nowadays. They rather just keep redrafting and recycling and keep running backs on cheap contracts. So to pay 2 running backs, it's not likely, but we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. March said if we only had drafted from Bama and Georgia for the last 9 years, we'd be Super Bowl champs already. And Kingston says Zach's great, a half empty pack of palm miles. And with that, we're gonna get ready to get out of here, y'all. As always, man, I appreciate y'all rocking with me on the player grades. God willing, we will be back when we play Thursday. So damn, we gotta do this Friday afternoon. We'll do it Friday or Saturday, one of those days after Thursday night's game. But we are now 2-2, another important division game against Tampa. Then we gotta double back up, well, really triple back up, and go play Carolina the following week. But one game at a time, as they say. Tampa Bay, y'all officially on the clock. Let's go ahead and get this victory, man. I feel like we're a better team than them. If we actually play our game, play a good game, I feel like we can beat this team by at a minimum of a touchdown, a minimum of 6 points. So let's go get that dub prime time game. So I know the atmosphere gonna be lit. But with that said, I'm out here. Peace, y'all. Be good. Blessings. Gone.